Pt.2, formerly redacted. Now we are called Cast Not Dead, is the new title, I believe, due to a conflict that I think some of us predicted might happen because our previous title is being used by another podcasting team completely unrelated to Suda51. They believe it's like a horror movie podcast. So if you guys are listening, we apologize. Please don't sue us.
I'm pretty sure this one's also going to be like redacted soon. I think someone has like a punk podcast or some shit. And he named
Oh,
it.
God.
No,
You're kidding me?
No.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
No, we'll change our podcast title every episode. We'll go full punk.
Oh, God. The first
Podcast
Strand-type
31.
podcast.
It'll be like the touring band where you can never find them because every tour they change their name.
The last episode is just going to be called the Joe Rogan podcast.
So
What,
for
that one's
now,
taken too?
That's Not Dead.
Or
Until-
whatever.
We
One of our
just call
podcast
ourselves
episodes. One of our podcast episodes to be called Kramer's Hentai Adventures.
Ooh, yeah, that's a classic.
That's not Dead.
Little known fact, that's actually a Kill the Past game, so.
Yes, very much so.
There you go. So this is part 2 of our Flower, Sun, and Rain saga. This is CJ Wakura.
This is Infinite.
Johnny,
That's it.
at your service.
I am KamenSentai, not Kamen Senpai, but
And I'm
Same
Quill.
thing. And we left off of Flower, Sun, and Rain, where in our misadventures of Sumio Mondo and his attempts to solve the mystery of the exploding plane is not going too well. And let's see, I believe we left off with, I think we did the one with the soccer. Was the last one we did?
no, the last one we did was the wrestlers.
Yeah, what's the rest?
Oh, the wrestlers, yes. That was we were at
Should have
that's
probably
from
checked
New
before
World?
starting.
We
yes,
are
from
at
the New World.
yes
From the New World was our last one. Quest
So
03.
now- Yep, S
Mr. Pirate
wonderful.
and El Crasher were training on the roof and they blew up the plane. Now we're at part 5, S Wonderful. Is that how it's pronounced, or is it It's Wonderful?
Yeah, I'm sure. I just see an S, so I'm just like, whatever, it's an S.
It's Wonderful by George Gerwin, which is played inside the bar. Which is now you have access to a new area of the hotel, which is their illustrious bar. And you meet a woman who looks very drunk, who could possibly be Russian, I think, or Eastern European, if I recall.
I think it was European something,
I
yeah.
think so.
And she's rambling about a vampire that she needs Sumio to go kill. And she needs a vampire killing weapon.
And
So
that
naturally,
vampire
to find
killing
out,
weapon?
we go vampire killing weapon, I
Yes.
believe.
It's booze.
Yes. So naturally, to get that, we need to go to the bar/restaurant, which, from what we can see, is actually a really nice looking bar restaurant.
Yeah.
If you were in a resort hotel, it'd be the place to go.
Too bad the most annoying and fucking most hated character in the game is there.
Ah, yes.
Which one?
Sharvani. And the bastard we met over the phone last time who was ranting about the teams, I believe.
Is this the only time you go into the bar? I'm thinking, and I don't remember.
Yeah. You don't.
There's
go
one more
there.
time, I think.
There's one more time?
think-
Okay.
I don't
I
think
don't
there
think
is.
so.
Is it readily accessible or does it get sealed off?
No, you can access it, but you don't need.
But, like,
to.
I mean,
Just
like,
don't
with a
have it.
reason to go there.
Yeah, you have.
Okay.
Just
Like,
like
in theory, you can go to the
restaurant,
diner, like, right
yeah.
away.
No one fucking goes to the diner because there's nothing there.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's a difference between accessible and you're supposed to go there.
Yeah. But, yeah, I have to question the bartender there, where he doesn't even know how to make drinks.
And so, like, dude, what are you even doing here? His name is Rock, the bartender of the hotel.
And then somehow jacking Catherine inside a shaker makes the drink for some reason. That's just how it works.
Yeah, that's how
Yes, and
bartending works.
apparently- And there's an alcoholic drink called a Silver Bullet.
Even though that's for werewolves.
Yes, but no, whatever. Let's just go with it. And Maria needs to be served a cocktail, and her name is Maria. How do you pronounce that?
Oy. Let's see.
Nika Resuk. It kind of sounds vaguely sort of Russian or maybe Czechoslovakian, something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on your second option there, because so Maria, yeah, I have no idea.
And did they ever say where she's from exactly?
Is there a bio for her? The bios have the nationalities of everyone. Like it even has that one, like one of the hotel staff are Micronesian, so I remembered that.
So far, all I'm seeing is staying in room 407, a few drinks, and she's totally a different woman. Occupation, angel. Place of birth, Eastern Europe.
Yeah, that.
Okay, well, there we go.
Down.
We've probably given it more thought than Suda did, so let's go with Czechoslovakian.
Oh my god, so
let me just
wait,
Google the last name, actually.
I just realized, did we just find female Tommy Wiseau? Because Tommy Wiseau the entire time, he never tells his origin. He just goes like, and everyone just kind of assumed he's just from Eastern Europe.
She did not hit him. He did not.
Can you guys
I think
hear me?
female version
Yeah,
of Tommy
we can hear
Wiseau is a statement with a
just
lot of weight behind it.
I lagged a lot.
But yeah, oh yeah, then I kind of did mention something. Occupation angel, because yeah, she considers herself an angel for some reason.
Well, because she is, duh.
Yeah,
Yes.
and she can fly. Spoilers. And after we solve all the issues, she flies all the way to the plane and blows it up herself.
And
This will
Rock
never be
serves her
brought
to
up
drink.
again.
She does not like it. And then you go back to see her, and she has an expression change. She gets a new portrait. Slightly off kilter. Like she's more thoughtful or pensive, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, very pensive towards you.
Well, I mean, she is drunk, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, imagine a drunk with multiple personality disorder. Ugh.
Steven's expression changes too, it looks like. And Rock's does as well.
Really exciting
Everyone's just
chapter.
changing.
They both get changing portraits. Rock gets the smiling portrait, like, this is like now he's amused by something. Now you have to whip up another cocktail that you find inside the guidebook, which has the recommendations. And I believe this is where she mentions that we talked about an earthquake virus, or is that afterward?
I think
Yeah,
it's
the
around the
earthquake
time.
virus is very dangerous. Please take care, but hurry.
Yes, and that's the hint for what kind of drink she wants.
Which now these days we kind of know what the earthquake stuff is referencing now.
Which is, I've never tried this, but it's apparently 30 milliliters of dry gin, 20 milliliters of whiskey, and 10 milliliters of pomade. I don't even know what that is.
I should ask my roommate about that. He would probably know more about that than I would. But yeah,
I know
that
the
sounds-
Grasshopper is a real drink, I think. I don't know about the others.
Yeah, I think Grasshopper's real. I think the Grasshopper's not an alcoholic drink. I think it's like a dessert drink.
Dessert
This has
drinks
got peppermint green, creme de cow, and fresh cream. I don't think that's alcoholic.
Yeah, that's I don't remember it being alcoholic. I think it's like a dessert drink kind of thing.
Like
Well,
an
I
Irish
don't
whiskey.
drink, so I have like zero knowledge about alcohol.
Same.
Yeah, me
Same.
too. I don't
Yeah.
drink beer, so.
For anyone thinking that we're drunk, we're not.
Speak for yourself.
to run a podcast probably should. It would help.
But
But yes, So we make the earthquake, and Nika Resuk has regained her sanity. And now she doesn't remember him. Now she wants a password to fix her computer.
Oh,
It's
right.
the earthquake virus.
yeah, we get to a computer now. It's like solving drinks. Now we're solving computer problems. Like first we're a bartender, now we're geek squad.
Yes, and well, that actually seems like something Catherine would be suited for, is jacking into a computer.
If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
because I haven't played the game in a while, you end up fucking the laptop in the end.
Yeah, it breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not literally.
Like, it literally overheats, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
smoke. Like
Well,
you can
probably
see smoke
Catherine
coming
wasn't
out of it.
designed to be used with laptops, ironically.
But
it's
drinks is
it's for
fine.
mixing drinks.
And I
So,
think
interestingly enough, so there was a translation posted with Suda that was translated from DJ Translations, where he talked about the system for Catherine, and eventually he wanted to use a Swiss Army knife at first. Then he decided to use Catherine instead.
Yeah, I remember bringing up that Swiss Army knife because it pops up in the opening sequence of SSR.
So that's probably what that was the reference to the original idea.
Yeah, because again, when they kind of made that opening, they kind of still had an early idea of the game.
Yes.
But yeah.
So at that point, they were just winging it.
And also, speaking of Catherine, I like the one section where it talks about the whole connect to human bodies like it did with Peter in the beginning. It's just, yeah, Catherine's just able to do that. Yep.
Don't think too much about it. So he mentions that it has 8 different serial buses, and it's impossible for anyone but Mondo to even open, or not to mention connect the suitcase. And
Really?
he uses the dials to connect.
Like, what a picky girl.
It also has a expansion function where there's a multicolor power kit, which it mentions in the interview. So it's like it's a pretty handy device, all things considered.
Yeah, especially for a searcher.
Yes. So that said, so he jacks into the laptop and fixes it, or sort of. And then once he fries her laptop, things, yeah, escalate.
She becomes Superman for one moment
Yes.
and just destroys the plane herself. So at that point, I remember when I played the first time, I'm going like, was she the terror supposed to catch, or?
Well, that's one of the more surreal things about FSR's plot is that supposedly you're there to stop the plane from getting destroyed, but you repeatedly encounter the thing destroying the plane and just sort of, oh, okay. Like, in theory, that's what you'd think Mondo would be like, oh shoot, we figured it out. Like, we got to stop this from happening. But no, it's just like, oh, whatever.
And apparently, they mentioned the Angels are having an IT problem, so apparently that's something they're using for their job. But she also mentions being a fallen angel. So, do fallen angels use laptops?
Of course.
Let's go with that.
Ooh, now here's a question: which one did they do? PC or Apple?
She's a
Linux.
devil, so I'm going to assume Windows.
Linux.
Oh, Linux, that's a good one.
That's
Without
probably for the
getting
ones
to.
in her story. And then she flies off and blows up the plane. Do we ever see her again?
nope.
Well,
No, I
we
think-
see her when
Yeah, we do.
Toriko meets her, but that's kind of it, if I'm correct.
Yes.
When I think when Toriko's with her, she has a glass of milk.
That's yeah.
Because apparently a glass of milk is great after flight.
Yes.
I think
So,
that's it for Request 5. That's
although we
kinda-
should mention that in one of the interviews with Suda, he shed some light about Toriko.
Yes, Toriko.
Mentions that Toriko's perspective is she's cleaning up his mess.
Yeah, which kind of have to question how well she's been doing that, to be honest.
Isn't that the exact same explanation Skullface was given in Metal Gear Solid 5?
Yeah, she basically says that at first it looks like she shows up in his dreams, but actually she's going around after the fact. But if that's the case, how is she meeting the angel that just blew herself up? Is it purgatory?
I don't think she blew
That whole-
herself up.
No,
I
she
think
just
she just
came
like
back.
flew and the plane just blew up
So
and
she
it
doesn't
looked
blow
like
up the plane.
She
blew
goes
up.
through the plane.
She just exactly.
Angel doesn't die. The angel just comes back. Nothing happens. And then we get to part 5, the entertainer, where we meet the Balboa Bros.
Yeah, we could just rush
Louise.
through this one because
Yeah, this one's kind of weird.
This one really, I don't really see much of the purpose of this one at all. Like the only thing I kind of get is that the guy kind of goes like, "Yo, Mondo, you're a pretty good guy. All you're trying to act tough and all, but you're a good person."
They're kind of annoying, if I recall. Like they're really kind of rude to you.
Yeah, especially the one.
yeah, but I do like the scene where they're just like chilling and talking. Felt really nice.
They put a mop on a guy's head.
Also, I recall their bio in the guidebook is pretty interesting. Kind of hints that there's some little more going on there.
Really?
Let me check. Let me read that up for you. So yeah, Sonny Balboa, one of Balboa brothers, a very physical actor. Occupation, comedy film actor. Place of birth, America. And the other
And they
one,
also they were in a movie with Sayaka Bayan, I believe. That was the connection to the Silver Case.
Oh, yeah.
that's right. You're all right because that's when we
We're
open the
in,
guidebook and we read
what was
that
the movie
page.
called? Frontline in Louisiana, I believe it's called.
Yes, Frontline in Louisiana.
And Sayaka Bayan, for those who recall, you meet her in episode 3 of Silver Case. She's the one who commits suicide after you hack into her webcam and watch her live stream that she doesn't know is being live streamed.
Also, riddle me this: didn't the translation have an error with her name?
It's like a Bayan or something like that.
Yeah, like some letters.
I think it's Vian,
Oh
V-A-I-A-N.
yeah, Vian.
Yeah, they went with a V because B and V's in Japanese can kind of go back and forth.
It turns out that we have to go talk to I almost called her Sayaka, to Ayoi on the roof, who's apparently a film buff. She's familiar with the front line in Louisiana as well.
Also, wasn't like
And-
Edo a big fan of the Balboa brothers then too?
Yeah, he is.
But
I think he
still wanna
mentions
let
it
him in.
like, yeah, he talks about it kind of like when you talk about a guy about a movie, and then all of a sudden he just goes, "Oh, it was." He'll rant about the cinematography and this, and you just kind of, I wasn't asking about that, but okay, thanks.
Also, we should mention this is the first time we hit actually the lobby.
Yes, we were in the lobby too, and speakers too.
Yeah, this puzzle got me stuck for a while, to be frank.
Yeah, and
I'm trying to
he won't
remember
let
it
them
on my
in.
head.
He won't accept the Balboa Brothers ID, even though they're apparently world famous actors. But okay,
Yeah, literally, and Edo knows who they are. It's like, what?
It's just a
rules
filler.
are rules.
Yeah.
It's a very Adam McAllister thing to do. Even though
Yeah.
I know you and everybody knows you, I still need your ID.
Yeah,
And so, but as with all things in FSR, even the chapters that we think are simple still have a fair bit of depth to them.
oh yeah, oddly enough, the speaker puzzle, the answer was 51.
And we
Of
also have to
course.
get the mop.
Yes, the mop was before that. Yeah, we got that from Sue, and because it was supposed to replicate a wig. Oh no, it was after.
For an
It was
afro.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be an afro wig.
makes sense.
And they're actors. Use your imagination. And
Too bad it smells though. Poor guy. Imagine having to use the mop on your head.
it's another day in Hotel FSR.
And the plane just then blows up.
Yeah, wait,
Again.
before that, didn't the mop have like some sort of lock?
Yes, it had a weird
It's
lock
exactly
on it.
mop.
And I think that's an actual like real thing.
What?
Really, electronical lock on mops?
I think. I don't want to like.
Apparently, it stays attached until 10,000 steps, so you have to use the math to solve it or something.
No, I just think there are like actual mop locks, but without the whole.
Why would you
Hacking,
lock up your
whatever.
mop?
I wish I knew.
And not. You don't?
Technology. It has all the answers and yet none at the same time.
And also, when we go to solve the speaker puzzle, it mentions some other movies. It mentions Night Night and 1979, which, for any music fans, it's pretty obvious what band he's referencing with those two.
Mm-hmm.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, suited with his hardcore music knowledge.
Also, I noticed the pictures in the guidebook. That kind of looks like Golgo 13 in the first one, a little.
Yeah, I kind of also think of, oddly enough, Garcia and Smith too. I know he doesn't wear
That
a suit like
second
that.
picture. Yeah, kind of. But that second picture, that kind of reminds me of the art style in Killer 7's anime cutscenes, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially with that woman. Yeah, she kind of does
Like when
remind
you
me.
go to Cloudman.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, the Clown Man scene. It's like if the Clown Man girl and what was the caretaker's name in Killer 7?
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Samantha?
Yeah, Samantha. It's like they combined,
Samantha.
and there you go. Yeah, and
Now
then
you. Mhm.
we now probably move on to everyone's favorite character again.
So at the end, we fix the speakers, and the plane flies by in the background and just blows up. I don't. It just seems like after they give him an autograph, that blows the plane up.
Yeah.
Is there even something that causes the plane to blow up in this one?
Nope.
I unless you want to think the window framing did it, because that's what kind of happens. It like passes through like one of the bars in the window, then you see the explosion.
And also, Toriko runs into Edo for the first time, and he knows her as Miss Kusabi. Yes, he saw the crocodile. She went outside.
End scene.
Greatest autograph in the world. And we see the autograph of the Balboa brothers. Apparently, he's a very big fan, even though he wouldn't let them in.
Yep.
Hey,
He's committed to his
catch
job.
that in? He's happy to receive their autograph, but he doesn't know what to do with it. But he'll be waiting with a smile at the front desk. Air in G. Again. I believe now you can actually get out of the hotel. Yep.
And
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yes,
There's so many exciting things to do out there too.
like
And Charbonny.
fucking Sherbani, who puts poison in someone and Yayoi's drink and now tells us going, oh, you have to save her. Good luck.
Yeah, she gave her a poison drink, either red or blue. It's a Matrix reference.
Yeah, I think it was. Maybe.
And it's like
But
since she
it does say something like look out to Edo. Like he says like something is not right with Edo.
Yeah, he just straight up mentions like, yeah, don't trust that fucker.
Yeah, and
Says the guy who literally just
Even,
poisoned a person.
and he even reminds us at the end of his chapter that just we'll get there.
Yeah, but we see some regression from Sumio. Like, he's about ready to beat the shit out of Charbonny. As well he should.
Yeah. Like, if anyone poisons anyone, I'll be like, what is wrong with you?
I mean, he's already beat up a kid. I feel like a French person.
He
should
hasn't
step down.
already beaten up the kids. That'll come
Doesn't mean that the
later.
kid yet.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point.
I know
What a
you want to get to
character
the
arc.
child abuse, but let's wait.
But I'm
Sorry,
pretty
I
sure that
just can't
Sherbani
resist.
helped with the child abuse.
We find Yaoi on Charbonny's bed, who's now wearing an outfit.
Yeah. Who changed her?
That's not that.
And then the puzzle of this one deals with
PDA.
Yeah, PDA. So more technology. And I think we don't blow this one up, I think.
No, but we have
No,
to.
this
This
one-
involves
Oh, this
the
was a big one.
antidote of fortune telling.
Oh, yeah. You had to go kind of left and right, up and down with the tiles, stuff like that. And lovely
It's
dimension.
almost like a Sudoku puzzle.
Yeah, kind of so. This was written by Taro Turtle. Wink.
Red?
Yes, Red the Turtle, definitely.
Red's been writing.
I definitely remember this
And
supposed to put a good
also
time.
some chat from the PDA from someone named Cantona, which kind of makes me think of the chat messages in Placebo, sort of.
Yeah, I can see that. Because, yeah, the green text that pops up, how it is.
Also, we find out that she's not dead, that Yaoi's just sleeping.
Which that I don't think that's how it works, but it was like the early 2000s, so
And oddly enough, another Rocky reference was in here.
yeah.
I'm wondering if that was in the original.
I don't
think it
wonder
was.
too, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised since Suda has talked about Rocky films quite often.
And that their PDA mentions that things are going according to Edo's plans, whatever that means. And then it zooms in on the PDA, and we see the plane explode inside the PDA.
No, I think it's a
Yeah,
reflection.
reflection.
Oh yeah, it might be. It looks
But
like
it
it's
looks
being displayed
weird.
on the screen. Like
Yeah, it looks weird because it was like rendered
Yeah.
inside for some reason and stuff. DS limitations.
Well, I think it was even that in the PS2 version, so I think that was just by choice. Again, all Tor at the works.
And Toriko's still looking for Chris, and she runs into Charbonnie, who tries to mac on her.
Was he trying to do that?
And then he starts talking about getting by defenders,
Yeah,
and Chris got right through them.
Starts talking
it's
about
Chris?
soccer again.
Chris, a soccer player?
Yep, the Alligator Soccer League. You didn't. It's really big right now.
He's been there for 8 months writing his thesis.
I wish I had that
And on
much
that
time to
note-
write my thesis.
Learn that Sumio is the best caretaker of children in Part 7, Child Sick.
First of all, rest in peace, Sumio Mondo's actual balls.
Oh, in more ways than one.
Immediately we get out. We start going forward. And then we are trapped. Literally trapped by a soccer ball constantly nailing us in the dick. Like,
It's a relatable
Yes.
situation. We've all been there.
oh, I can definitely relate because when I play soccer, like sometimes when you're near the goal, you gotta watch out when it bounces off.
For me, it's not
That
the dick;
kid's
it's mostly
got-
the face.
That
Is
too.
this kid related to Charbonnie? Because, I mean, that's some pretty good skills he's got.
Sadly, no. We actually do meet his father later on.
We do indeed.
Well, maybe he's like his nephew. Or, we could be related somehow.
We
Maybe
just wanna
Charbonnie
hate
taught
them.
him to play soccer. And also, we get some serious fourth wall breaking. Like, this kid starts talking all kinds of smack about the game.
Yeah, at the end of his session when you finally catch him. Meanwhile, everyone else thinks he's lovely, by the way.
Yeah, he says that the renders look nothing like the artwork. The story is ridiculous. All the soundtrack is a ripoff. Wearing a suit in a hobby resort.
He says that flower, sun, and rain means nothing.
And then that's when Sumi had to go like, okay, you went too far. We got to do the reset. Come on, plane. Come here.
Yeah, it's
Just
like
summons
this.
the plane.
I think his jokes were
It's like
better on the
football
DS
movie.
version, dude. How like shittier it looks.
Yeah, it's disparity there.
Like,
And yes, and
that kid.
Sue refers to him as a lovely boy.
Crasher doesn't see anything wrong with children because, of course, a wrestler would think children are just pure and innocent. Why is that a trope? Like, why is that such a trope?
Yes. Children are pure. Children are pure. They know who's strongest.
Like, and it's not even just in Suda stuff. That's just in so much other media I have seen. Like, Kiniku Man has that kind of same thing.
Holy shit, you read Kiniko Man?
I have read a bit. I have seen a bit, yes. Oddly enough, mostly because of Abe, the TSA composer, Abo. he was telling me about. We were talking about Leopardon name mentions in No More Heroes 3, and he brought up Kinnikuman. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot about that one.
Doesn't Suda? Sorry, is sidetrack, but doesn't Suda hate not hate, but he doesn't like Kinnikuman.
Oh, really, he doesn't. I
He
did not hear
doesn't.
about that.
I heard about an interview. He said that it's like a parody of wrestling, and he thinks it's stupid.
Huh.
I've
Interesting.
never heard of it.
I read it.
It's an old anime franchise.
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's one of the olds. Not like old, but it's definitely a classic.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
like
think it started in the 70s as a manga.
79. Yeah.
Yes.
Because a friend of mine is
Nice.
a really big Kinnikuman fan, and we just were curious because Suda likes wrestling. We're like, oh, maybe he likes Kinnikuman, and I Google it, and he doesn't like it.
Huh. Interesting. I'll have to look into them myself.
So back to pursuing this little brat, it turns out he's going to Yaoi's room, and apparently maybe he knows her or he hangs out there a lot.
Why didn't he hide it in her
And-
closet?
And
Yeah,
I
it's in
guess
the
she
closet.
doesn't mind him doing that. Like, oh, he's just a kid. And Sumio's like, let me in. And she's like, oh, you're not coming in my room. I'm not letting you in. I don't trust you.
Yet you trust a kid, and trust me, when I was a kid at that age, and I'm like, there was something in the mind going on for sure. Just saying.
But I guess, and also she gets that expression change again with the little sideways glance.
I always hate that one. It's always like, stop looking at me like that.
It kind of looks like you're seeing the real Yaoi, not the calm one. Like she gives you that almost condescending look.
Yes, it's calm. I don't know. Sometimes, like, mostly because I just always think of her in the swimsuit on top. I just think it's a very seductive look she gives you.
Yeah, but she gives you that real look. That's like, this is the real Yaoi, not the one who's trying to seduce you.
Yeah.
Also, the kid has an expression change too, with those like tears, or they almost look like tattoos.
Yeah, he's kind of like putting like those little swirls on his face, stuff like that. It stems from a lot of old school anime when they would draw stuff like that.
Also, and I don't think we see the catalyst where it blows up the plane in this one. Just talking, and then the plane blows up in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sumio just brings it out and it just explodes. He did
so
it.
Sumio just makes it happen. That's it. And
So is he the terrorist?
even the kid's like surprised. He's like, "This is the kid who's making fun of the game," and Sumio threw him off.
Yeah, I love that.
And Chris is making her way out of the hotel. And wow, Toriko's got some skills with the football, apparently.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's just a backflip kick.
Yeah, like apparently the brat tries to get her in the something, and she's like, "Nope, you ain't getting me." So apparently, that soccer skills are going around in Hotel FSR.
And I love how
Really?
Shoto goes
Really?
like, "What a woman!"
And he's like, "Why is it pink?" And she's just like, "Have you seen Chris?"
No, she actually answers because it's cute. That's it.
Ah, yes. And also, she calls him sweet too, despite he's clearly being nasty to her.
I guess
Apparently,
because like
It's brainwashing.
nah, I can get it because kids just sometimes just act chaotic.
well, you kind of see it in, like Yurisi Yatsura, like Ken is being a bastard to everybody. And everyone's like, "Oh, he's so cute." And Nataru's like, "Why is everyone like this little brat?" And it's just an anime trope.
Oddly
And he just
enough,
um,
you just reminded me of something actually, because I remember I brought up Return of Ultraman before with FSR, with the plane exploding and a lot of repeating stuff. There's an episode in Return of Ultraman when an alien disguises himself as a kid, and he speaks to through the mind.
Telepathically.
Sorry, yeah. For some reason, my mouth couldn't say that. He was communicating with him through that, only to the main hero, and he just gets so aggravated, starts attacking him. Everyone else is then going like, "Why are you hating this child who's literally deaf?" So I'm just kind of like, did that stem from that too?
Possibly. And Edo has some insight where he thinks the kid just wanted someone to play with, and you made him happy, and that you should work out more.
You need to work. Like everyone's telling us to work out more later on.
Oh, and then now we're finally starting to see more of the area outside the hotel with Part 8, Ave Maria,
Sure.
which plays in the church, I believe, naturally.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
And we see someone who's depressed about a pending wedding. She's having cold feet.
Yeah, I think we first meet the woman first,
Yeah, the
'Cause-
woman, then she tells you about the man.
and he's having cold feet.
She's having cold feet about the wedding. She's nervous. And then we meet her fiance, AG. And he seems to be having cold feet of his own. Not sure about her ideals. And also, he gets an expression change too. The happy one. Like he says he hates it and he smiles.
Yes, that's
The
a
game is very pointed with how he uses his expression changes. Like very particular bits of dialogue.
yeah. Also, this does remind me that in the guidebook for this one, I love the picture of this one showing the two being married. That
This
is
is
such
a really and
It's a
stolen for that art studio in Europe somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Incidentally, I'm going to Paris. I might be going to Paris next year, so if I go there, I'm going to try to find that art gallery and be like,
I don't think. I think that picture is like really old. I think like they removed it or something.
yeah, I'm sure that studio is still there. They're probably not using that They're not using that artwork anymore.
Yeah, I guess there's really not too much to mention here. There is one
yeah.
thing to mention here, which was the shelter kids being brought up here.
Yeah, and
Yes,
they were being brought up
the shelter
again.
kids. I think they mentioned that this couple were shelter kids.
Yeah.
Yes, they were both shelter kids. And then Sumio kind of goes like, huh, that sounds familiar.
And then the plane blows up, and then
So
the next
the
chapter.
organ is called the Mond organ. No? Is it connected with his new identity somehow?
Maybe. But yes, the shelter kids are still a very prominent thing for a lot of fans. It even was asked recently in a AMA with Suda, if I'm correct. Where I think he said that all the shelter kids have been seen, if I'm correct. I think he said something like that.
No, I think he said that there's still that we haven't seen yet.
Okay, there are still, okay.
Yes, and after we do the organ puzzle, she talks about the shelter kids, and her expression changes to being really happy. And Sumio seems kind of put off by that. He's like, shelter? Like, he knows about this, but doesn't want to.
Yeah, it seems
Like,
familiar.
you're just reminding him of something. And then the plane... And it looks like the plane collides on the roof of the church, maybe? Or is that just how it lines up?
That's how it just lines up. That's how a lot of these
it
kind of
exploded
end up
on
doing.
I think if a plane hit the church, it would be a much bigger explosion. Meanwhile, Chris is rolling down the street.
I think
And
Toriko
Toriko
catches Chris now.
Yeah, because Chris was just there at the wedding.
Yes, Chris went to pay her respects to the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I meant.
And even she says, "Oh, we have your blessing, don't we?" So I guess Chris just likes weddings. Okay. And he apparently Edo helped hold up the wedding dress, so good for you, Edo. I didn't recall seeing him there, but whatever.
I was under the dress. Wait, what?
And actually, the way the picture is, Edo could be behind them. We don't know.
Yeah. But again, this kind of one of those moments like, how fast are people traveling around here?
Yeah, well, it's almost as if Edo knows more about the island than we do.
What? That's
Couldn't
insane.
possibly be. And then we get to probably one of my favorite remixes in the game, Rhapsody in Blue. I really like the remix of Rhapsody in Blue.
Yeah.
Not the
that's a
DS
nice one.
version, but like the regular version is really
No.
good.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
the regular
version.
one.
Yes.
And your breakfast is ready. I'm sure it is. Sumio's just done at this point.
Oh yeah, isn't
So
this
gets his coffee though.
Yeah, and then have we talked about him always falling out of his bed? Then
That's the
like
moment
when
he gets up. So we learn the significance of that later. Should we just talk about that now, since we know the significance?
sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's like when you see the fall over. That is that clone of Sumio meeting its end, right at that moment.
Yeah,
And when there was game resumes, you're now playing as the next Sumio.
It's really.
which kind of makes me question one of the moments when that happens when we get
Wait.
later on.
Wasn't that Mari pulling him? Or am I.
Yes,
No,
and
that was
them,
one of the chapters.
her hands grab him and he falls. So I don't know if she's making him fall or she's balancing him and trying to prevent it from.
So it's.
Which doesn't that mean she's murdering people?
Which wouldn't surprise me. Oh, and also Mondo's when Mondo goes to talk to Edo's getting mad.
Yeah, isn't this when you get the infamous one where you can ring the bell and he just comes up, the long walk, and just says, "Shut up." Just
I
goes
don't know if
and
that's
walks-
yet, but he starts getting irritated. He starts saying like, "How long do you intend to hang around here? Bomb's not going to wait." And he's not talking in proper sentences. He says like, "If you don't move quickly, the terrible."
Yeah, he's like slurring up and shit like that.
I remember if you press the bell a lot, it'll come and just say, "I curse your name."
Yeah, he says that maybe that wasn't this chapter. And a truck shows up, which is Peter Bockwicker's. Maybe
I think it was just a random truck.
it causes a crash, and then you see a guy with a bike in the road that you have to help him fix it because he's the messenger.
Our good
And
friend Ken.
without Ken, nothing will get around the island. So, screw it. We'll help him and work on the gears.
Just
This is
why
actually, not. This is the puzzle's not that difficult, but it takes some little thinking outside the box. I remember first I tried subtracting the two, then I tried adding the two, and I'm like, what the hell?
God damn it, math.
You have to divide the front gear by the rear gear, so it's 48 divided by 15, 3.2.
Yeah.
That's some math, Suda.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're gonna get a lot more later on,
Oh God, yes. So
especially that one.
you fix the bike, then you can get to the diner. Finally.
And yes,
Well, not a diner. It's more like a restaurant, like kind of a tropical restaurant.
yeah, it kind of does look more like a diner to me, though. Sometimes depends how I feel.
And you have to do a lot of walking in this chapter.
Mm-hmm.
To the hotel, to the diner, back to the hotel.
But when you do get back to the hotel, doesn't the sign literally just fly out and try to kill us?
Yes, the sign just flies out and comes within a couple feet of killing Sumio. Like a foot to the left, and it would have taken his head off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, considering he kicked a soccer ball suitcase and destroyed a plane, who knows how strong he is?
And Maddie's just standing there watching, like she knew this was going to happen. She's standing in the perfect spot.
Yeah, it's like
She's like, "Oh, don't worry about me. I'm good. How are you?"
scared for my life. Thank you.
I can totally picture this making a great series where every episode is just random non sequitur stuff. Like, someone give me a Netflix budget. We'll make the FSR TV series. It'll be better than Cowboy Bebop.
I mean,
That's not saying much.
It will make even less sense.
Oh yeah, hey, for those of you watching this not currently, he's referring to the live action Cowboy Bebop.
But yes, live action. The Netflix one.
Yeah.
But they're both on Netflix.
The one
You know, he
that,
just hates Watanabe.
one that has the bug-eyed vicious. who says Moshi Moshi when he answers the phone. I'm not making this up.
Yeah, I've heard. Oh,
It does.
Apparently, they characterize Vicious as a weeaboo, which is certainly a choice.
Chinese mafia.
And on that note, we go to Eliki Island.
Yes, please.
And we get to explore these. What are they called? Combine? What are those things called?
Transformers?
Pylons?
Are they
Pylons?
Yeah, pylons, I think. Yeah, pylons.
Pylons. And you have to get these connected, and there's how these connect to psychology and relationships.
God, yeah, like, yeah, you arrive in a room in flower sun and rain. The beautiful scenery from the window takes your breath away, and it's like two brightly colored birds, 5 palm trees, the hand on a clock, pointing to 7. It's like, the fuck does all this mean? But it's very easy. That was just 257. And then the next one, this was just like basic numbers. If I'm
721 for the 7 flowers, twin suns, and an umbrella. And I guess the male, the female, and yeah, some of these are like, these remind me of those things where you're reading all this stuff and you're overthinking. It's just one little simple part. All the other stuff doesn't really matter.
Yeah, there's like a total of 8 of these things we do, or is it 6?
Six, I believe. And then when you finally take care of the electricity problem, at the end of the very long day, apparently fixing the electricity blows the plane up.
Yep. It just can shoot out that far.
Yes, shockwaves. They're magnets. How do they work?
Yeah. Imagine being an electrician on that island, where you just have to worry about the electricity shooting out at you.
That's why Sumio does it. And meanwhile, Chris has found her way to Power Beach, living her best life. So if this really is Toriko cleaning up Sumio's mess, I fail to see how.
Yeah, I really. She's just kind of
Sumio just seems
these things.
Toriko just seems to go around like, hey, what's up? Not much. You seen Chris? No, I have a bike. Okay, bye. Like, this is just her getting to know people. Like Toriko's island tour. I guess. So I guess we can. This is a 2-parter. The next one, it's a big one.
Yeah, I love you, Porgy. Or is it Rhapsody in Blue?
Yes.
I love you, Porgy.
This is I love you, Porgy.
Which we get to everyone's favorite chapter of child abuse.
Oh yes, the dam has burst. Sumio is done with this shit.
Also, we get to meet everyone's favorite character as well, Step.
Yes.
Oh, a lot. Very popular fan theory on Step.
Big old crash again, so we still can't go that way. And Maddie is also dealing with the lunch crowd, so he's not particularly interested in the train wreck. So I didn't see anything. So you go all the way to the diner, and you find Ken outside the kitchen, and somehow Madi is there too. Is Edo letting people borrow his teleporter? And they're making a marlin saute, which does sound really good. I'm guessing, of course, Sumio can't have any.
Yes, of course he can't.
I don't think he ever
ate
since coming in.
And he's all excited, and she's like, "Oh, I can't let you near my cooking. Come back another time. Get out."
And this is when we meet Shotaro's actual father, where he talks.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Where he talks about he caused some accident, which makes us think wait.
You caused the car accident?
The plane?
Which, are you just sitting here having breakfast after you cause an accident? And apparently he's really defensive about the kid. when you try to insult him, and he's like, mad at you. It's like everyone loves this kid, so you can't say an unkind word about this kid.
This
And also,
father,
he starts insulting you, so the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
yeah, this father's really weird with the kid too. Well, no, he's weird with us because he toys with us too because they just love toying with people apparently.
He insults you. He insults your suit. He insults the guidebook. He insults Catherine.
Should just smack him with Catherine at that point.
That'd be nice. But wow, that would probably hurt. Catherine probably weighs a lot.
Hey! Don't say that to a lady.
Yeah, what the heck, man? Be a gentleman.
But I bet if you hit someone with Catherine, you can probably kill them. That's a serious concussion.
Oh
It
yeah.
wasn't
You can see
this
that
guy...
happening. It was like you hit him with the suitcase and he just falls over dead. And he's like, "Whoops!" Then he fade away. The body's gone. You never see him again.
It
Quick,
wasn't this
restart
guy
play.
a 24th words something like you can see in the guide.
There's something for Toriko to clean up.
What was that then you were saying? Something about 24th ward?
Yeah, but the kid's father. Like if you can see the
Yeah, his name and his look is the same as as a character in the Silver Case. Well, not in the Silver Case, but in the character portraits of the Silver Case.
They mentioned something in the guidebook. Like I'm pretty sure of it.
Interesting.
I don't recall this.
Aizo Boro
Is there a
Kai.
guidebook somewhere? Like, can you send me a link?
Yeah, we have a archive thing, yeah, and there's a website. I can send that.
But that sure is probably apparent. We're not going to get through all of FSR. This is going to be a multi-parter.
Again, it's a big game.
It's a heavy game.
But again, at least we're at the kid beating up part.
Yes. So we get back to Ken, and he starts talking about a thief named Step. Grew up there together.
Should we talk about that famous fan theory?
Yeah, let's just go for it.
Which is the whole Emir is Step.
Yeah, I don't know about that one because, FSR is before Killer 7, isn't it?
Yeah, and at the same time, it's like a different timeline and stuff.
And Amir doesn't awaken his third eye until after the events of Killer 7, which is also in Killer 7, air travel is banned, so there wouldn't be any airplanes.
Maybe that's why it's on the island.
That's why the crossover stuff has never worked for me, because there's almost every Suda world has a set of at least two very striking rules that every other Suda game blatantly breaks.
I think
every game.
I think
the people who say that Killer 7 and No More Heroes take place in the same universe when Travis is an internet nerd. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it is connected, but in the
I think they're connected thematically, right?
I don't know.
I like the idea that they're all their own thing.
Because Suda did say that Killer 7 was supposed to be connected a lot more. It's supposed to be sort of a sequel to Flower, Sun, and Rain, but because it was getting localized, he sort of changed it.
I think it's just...
Yeah,
I think it's so much nicer to have all the games as little neat things that you can play on their own, and you're set, right?
So,
very much.
If they remake this game, how far do you think they're going to go? Are they going to make it really well done 3D with fully re-rendered backgrounds and a beautiful island, or is it going to look exactly the same?
I would like the backgrounds and all that to be better, but then the character models just don't look the same. The character models look exactly the same.
If anyone's played Paradise Killer, which is basically a giant love letter to Flower, Sun, and Rain, I'm wondering if they would go full around the bend and make it look like Paradise Killer. Because Paradise Killer is a lot like Flower, Sun, and Rain.
Oh yeah, they even admitted it too, yeah.
So for the unfamiliar, Paradise Killer, you play as a investigator who is investigating an island called the Perfect 25, where she's trying to solve a murder mystery, and she has a computer that she uses to jack in and solve puzzles throughout the island to solve her investigation. Not very subtle, is it?
Not at all. But yeah, bringing up what Quill brought up then. Yeah, Daizaburo Kai, yeah, that's Silvercase art right there. Huh,
Yeah,
I never noticed
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh wow. Wow, I did not know about this.
I'm searching for
So
the guide
apparently,
thing.
the Shotaro's father is a TRO-CCO Alliance chairman, which, given who shows up in a couple chapters, that makes things really interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah, and also kind of brings
in
up
the
that
guidebook where they mention this. I'm
it also
pretty
brings up
sure.
that one part of the Suda interview into question too, the whole organizations.
Yes, and so a major player who was supposed to be in Silver Case but doesn't show up has a major role in FSR.
I wouldn't go as far as to call it major, but he has a role.
It's a crucial one.
Oh,
His
my
appearance
bad.
is a major paradigm shift.
Wait, are we talking about Daizaburo or?
I'm talking about Sundance.
Oh no, yeah,
Yeah.
Sundance is major. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Daizaburo. I was like,
No, yeah, this guy could have a connection to Sundance. And also in the interview, Suda mentions there's 3 organizations operating behind the scenes: Edo, Sue, and Step.
Mm-hmm. What's that? Very interesting now. Now we know one of the big guys here.
So Step seems kind of like, I don't know, almost independent. He kind of feels like he's not really
Yeah.
organized.
Wasn't
He
he?
just does
Well,
his own thing.
later on, he just is a bomb. Like literally,
Yes.
he's a heaven smile, pretty much.
Oh yeah. And meanwhile, Shotaro's lost his ball. So we help him, and then he accuses us of getting cocktails, and he starts saying that he needs help, and he calls for human rights groups, and he doesn't care about being liked by anyone who play a game like this anyway. And he needs to be punched in the face. And let's see how society reacts to graphic child abuse. They'll have to recall the copies from the stores. So Sumio actually does it.
Suda punches a child.
10 out of 10 game.
Full angles. Although we don't really see his fist make contact.
oh no, it does, but it's like
No.
it depends. How can I explain this? Every single playthrough that I played of this game on the DS specifically, the punch would either hit him or not hit him. It's really weird. It's like a common glitch of him not hitting the child.
Or maybe he just punches the air really hard.
I'll have to compare that, but I know in the DS version the contact isn't very clear, but maybe the PS2 it is.
Oh no, the PS2 is very clear, but the DS, like I said, it depends on luck mostly if it's gonna get contacted or not.
And then we have to solve a puzzle about garbage. And the math is getting a little more complicated. It's like the days of the island that you collect the waste, and it's kind of out there.
Yeah, and it was like following the days and stuff like that, which is like never understood the base. It says deposit any waste on the 6th, 16th, and 26th, which is actually quite funny. Those two, the 6th and the 16th, those are very big days numbers for me. 16th being my birthday and the 6th being my sister's birthday, so that was coincidental.
The 2nd, the 12th, the 22nd, the 6th, the 16th, and the 26th, and the 14th, and the 28th. And you have to, they're deposited on that day, and they're emptied the following day, which is the answer the game is looking for.
And yeah, you get some soccer ball out, yay, and then they both insult you. Both father and son. What a lovely relationship.
Call out your long-winded soliloquies and call you pathetic. And it's something about a hereditary gift. The lighter was passed down from the family. Then the father and son seem to be getting along well. And then he uses his lighter, which is apparently powerful enough to blow up a plane that's several hundreds, if not thousands of feet in the air and far away.
Yeah, maybe that was the signal for the bomb.
And then we get a really interesting take on the accident not happening because the car just swerves to the left and avoids it.
I guess
Is this
Toriko
Toriko's
finally
doing?
Yeah, I guess he finally fixed something.
Well, she's finally doing something, and apparently Chris likes Shitaro's father. Maybe Chris works for the TRO, and that's like her side job?
Maybe.
Chris is an assassin for the TRO CCO. That's why they don't like Sundance, because he's part of an enemy faction. Ooh, the plot thickens.
Da-da-dun.
So then we get to. So do we want to continue into Claire de Lune, or
I
should
think we can
I think
end.
we're on-
We can end on Claire de Lune.
Yeah.
I think that's a good ending point.
Yes. Claire de Lune, I believe this is where we can finally go in the opposite direction on the street and reach the lighthouse.
And it's nighttime.
Yes, and this is also another good remix. I like Claire de Lune a lot.
Oh yeah, it's such a nice, lovely, peaceful melody. Definitely
And it
fits
really
the
fits
tone
the
of what
piece.
happens.
And we get another Suda staple. 'Cause what do we see above the lighthouse in gigantic form?
A moon.
A full moon,
I'm gonna punch that moon one of these days, I swear.
which, as we tend to see in Suda games, signifies full-blown madness.
Mm-hmm. Which, at this point, I like it now. We're at the point of madness.
Which,
Like-
yeah, this is kind of a crazy turning point in the game.
Oh, it's a big
Yeah,
one.
it is.
First
And
of all,
also,
this is when someone's under our bed, literally.
and Madi also mentions Sayaka Vion instead of Bion.
Yeah. Which again, for
Woman who
context,
led a tragic life.
Yeah.
So, is this after her? This is presumably after her suicide in Silver Case.
yes, very much so.
Yeah, so it's not outright said, but I think they know that she killed herself because of the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Edo is going full jackass by this point.
Oh yeah, he's like really mean to us.
Spit it out. The moon, what do I know? I don't see a guest. When are you gonna get your job done? What have I even hired you for? Lighthouse. Go to the lighthouse. He's like, go, lighthouse. Dude, what the hell?
Yeah, especially considering it's nighttime now. That means that Sumio just was sleeping the entire fucking time.
And also, we get a really creepy, unexplained roadblock in the form of gigantic alligators.
Oh yeah, the giant
Was
alligators are
that-
now just around.
Does that ever get explained? Or...
Nope. And they talk
Nope.
as
No.
well.
Yeah, like they're really creepy looking, especially when you talk to Sue at the lighthouse. You get these really hard close ups.
You don't even like see her hair even in some shots.
You know what? Come to think of it, this reminds me of the prologue to Silver Case because it takes place at the big tower in front of a full moon.
Yep.
Hmm.
And especially considering what happens at the end.
A lot of walking.
Oh.
And you lay in bed while you're talking to Sue?
Yeah, because apparently that's how she's comfortable. That's
Very platonic. Just they're guy and a woman laying in bed talking to each other.
well, not even together. They're in separate areas still.
Yes, she's under the bed, which does this connect to when he gets his legs pulled out from under him?
Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
thought. That's what I thought the whole time.
And she
I didn't
knows, she
think
probably
he-
knows this isn't the same Sumio as before. This is a different Sumio.
Hmm. Also, again, and speaking of when Edo's being mean to us, she's also really mean to us. When the one point she's like going like, "Oh, I was worried about you. Oh, that's nice. Oh no, because of how stupid you are. Oh, thanks."
And then she starts getting very philosophical about fate, Far Side of the Moon, Black Shadows,
And then she was
being
gotta explain everything
born,
to us.
having a secret. Is she a shelter child or what?
Yeah,
Did she
apparently
like
we.
run the sheltered children?
I think didn't they say she was a sheltered child?
I don't know. It never was confirmed yet, but
It kind of sounds
apparently,
like she's talking about being a sheltered child.
Kinda. I don't think
yeah.
it. Yes, she was. I think, or the other thing that gets revealed later.
And she gave us some watch apparently that we never knew about.
And she calls him slow and says she'll explain if he comes to the roof.
Which we get a
Oh,
very, very lovely.
Oh boy.
very creepy shot of the moon behind her. She talks about the secret of the island has to be sealed away, that he has bad timing. Like you can tell the tone of the game is taking a real creepy shift. Like this is a very uneasy epilogue.
Yeah. And I also kind of like it. The game fades to black, and that's when she disappears, and he's just going like, "Hello, is someone there?"
She just
And
says
then
goodbye.
fade to black.
Bam. What else do we see but Sundance shot? Put a bullet in Sumio.
And as he falls off the hotel as well.
Can we
Yeah,
talk
this
about
is
how
just
Sundance holds the gun?
Oh, and the plane blows up again too, even at night.
this is the point in the game when I first played it. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, because it's like it's always one of those moments. There's like, did my main character just get killed?
And it's so like jarringly done. And
And then we get the
Rico can't find Chris.
and Chris is just on the sign going. I think it's
Yeah, Chris is not happy.
oddly enough. I think it sounds similar to Anguirus from Godzilla.
And it's like Chris is mourning you. And apparently Edo doesn't give a damn. He's like, you have any idea what time it is? I need to sleep. Get to the airport or I'll kill you.
Spoiler alert, buddy. Someone did that for you.
So like, is he talking to the next Sumio who takes over? Or the one that's already dead?
Which, yeah, but when we get to that, we don't get to another Sumio for quite some time.
Yes, this is definitely Sumio getting a break. And boy, after getting shot in the head and knocked off a roof while a plane blows up, I think he's earned a bit of a respite.
Yeah.
So yes, that
So,
is definitely a good note.
so yeah,
Pause on.
the recap of all we dealt with: we jacked into a man, we dealt with an annoying soccer fan, we kept getting hit on by a woman on top of the roof. We have the management also hating our guts sometimes, a child and a father pissing us off, and a bartender who doesn't know how to make drinks. With supposedly an angel that gets drunk easily and can destroy planes by flying into them.
We helped a happy couple get married, fixed a bike, fixed the electricity, and for all our trouble, we get shot in the head and knocked off a roof.
Ugh. Like it feels more crazy the more we try to list it off. Like when you go through the actual game it feels more normalized, but when you actually list off everything you're doing it's just like what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, this makes Killer 7 look pretty mundane almost. Killer 7 has some pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah. Definitely more on the crazy murderer side. Flower Center Rain has a more mundane crazy.
Yeah, like Flower
In
Center
terms
Rain
of
is more
plot.
like Twin Peaks. It's
Oh
very
yeah.
Twin Peaks.
Which, oddly enough, I actually started watching a couple weeks ago, so... Which I very
Great.
much am seeing it.
I mean, a lot of
Twin
Suda
Peaks
stuff
will have
is like Twin
long
Peaks.
runs in normalcy, then random bursts of what the hell just happened, and some genuinely creepy stuff.
Mm-hmm. The best.
So on that note, we will end our talk of FSR Part 2. Next time, we will see if Sumio ever gets his breakfast. And now that Sumio's dead, who's going to tell our story? Dun, dun.
I just now imagine Edo just having a warm plate of hot food, just put it and throwing it on his corpse. There's your food.
Oh, wow. Edo's just sitting on top of Sumio's bullet-ridden corpse, eating a omelet and eggs and steak. Wow, this
Making me
is
hungry.
great.
Shoot.
It's a shame you're not here to have this. So, on that colorful note, this has been episode 6, I believe.
5.
Right? 5. Whatever. 5
One
of Red Acted.
Yes.
Until we change our name again.
Oh shoot,
Maybe
the
this-
voice channel name. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Shit,
We're
they're
gonna get
find
sued.
this. Fuck. They're gonna
Lawyers
find
are
us
breaking
out.
down my door right now.
Yeah, the Kill the Cast crew they're dividing up. So once again, we apologize to the other guys, and we hope you enjoy if you're listening. If not, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not sorry. I'll take you on in a ranked fight. Bring it on.
That'll be the story of the next game. It'll be the Suda
Beam
podcasters
Katana's only,
against
no items, final
horror
destination.
movie. You know what? You guys would probably approve because Suda loves horror movies. Look at all the ranting in about the Nikkei films in No More Heroes 3. They're
He'll
like
probably
bread and
watch
butter.
their podcast before he watches ours.
It's actually funny
that's
enough.
probably true.
Suda actually is actually pretty squeamish of some horror stuff, oddly enough.
even though he does like one of the best horror stuff.
Yeah,
if
it's
he
weird.
watched Nikkei films, I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, but no, there's an interview where he talks about the Fatal Frame franchise and how his wife really likes it, but he has a hard time getting through them.
But he wrote one of the better games in the series, didn't he?
I know. It's so, but that's the reason why he did it, because of his wife.
Nice. I still have to play that game, but I've heard by all accounts it is definitely one of the better ones, especially compared to what's
Yeah.
left.
Wait, was that the Wii U one or?
So he wrote the Wii one, which is the Lunar Eclipse. Oh,
Oh, yeah, I'm
geez.
talking about the bad one. I'm talking about the bad one.
That one was Maiden of Blackwater, I believe.
Okay, yeah, that was the Wii U one. Yeah.
Was it the one
The
that
one that
just got?
came out,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, saying you're going to put all your money in this race, or you're going to bring back the game that everyone hates and judge the future of the series based on that instead of the one that never came out in America that everyone wants to play. Okay,
Yeah.
that's certainly a take.
You gotta wonder, the bad reception of that, did that make Suda kind of go, oh, maybe Moonlight Syndrome shouldn't get re-released?
Well, by all accounts, the Lunar Eclipse is one of the better ones in the series.
Well, I'm talking about how Blackwater got received.
Why did it
From
get
what I heard,
bad?
Blackwater just
Because I have never
good.
played a single Fatal Frame game, except for
the original 2 Fatal Frames are excellent. They're occult horror. They're creepy. The Fatal Frame 3 is kind of like Silent Hill 4, where you're in a house during the day and it's very creepy and unsettling. And at night you go into the haunted world. Very Silent Hill 4-ish.
Yeah.
But
I
I
mean,
yeah,
why is the 5th one like badly reviewed?
Koei
Seems like
Tecmo
that's
kind
going
of.
on. Yeah, they went with the sexualization and costume route. Like they really want to sexualize the
The
girls.
inevitable end of all Japanese franchises.
Pretty much.
If you run out of stuff to
forward,
talk
whoa,
about,
whoa.
we could have a 7-hour podcast in which I rant about Persona 5 the entire time
Oh, jeez.
without taking a breath or going to the bathroom.
But
Play our sexy costume DLC.
and also Black Maiden also had a very sensitive subject that did not tackle it well.
Well, I haven't played Maiden of Blackwater, but what was it like?
I think
Assault or something?
it was that and also incest. Like I
And
think
Suda. Have a
Yeah,
Suda
those
game
are-
without that.
that's what I'm saying. I think that's why Blackwater, like maybe that made Suda go like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe Moonlight Syndrome shouldn't be re-released because again, Moonlight Syndrome That's a lot of heavy shit.
Yeah, Moonlight Syndrome has incest. Hell, No More Heroes has incest. Technically, he was
Oh,
involved
yeah,
with Gene.
yeah, it does indeed. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a
No,
hidden thing. You have
It
to
is
kind
hidden incest to its
It's not a
credit.
hidden, like, you can figure it out pretty easily.
So Suda, is there something we need to talk about here?
again, it's just the stories he wants to write because these kind of subjects they shouldn't be automatically should be hidden stuff like that. Like they can be tackled. You just have to not be Koei Tecmo about it.
I think he likes that one Folgers commercial a little too much. There's a Folgers commercial about like a sister and a brother, and it was like unintentionally romantically tense, and it became a comedy.
Yeah. The worst part is no one. It's like it kind of comes last second that they were related.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, thank you, sister, thank you, brother, and they like touch hands. It's like, whoa. Saturday Night Live even made a skit about it.
Yeah, we're fucking.
Yeah, and they're like yelling at their parents about it. And on that note, for something completely different, this has been Cat's Not Dead. The cats aren't dead either. Still works. This has been CJ Wakura.
It's been Infinite.
This
has been Johnny.
And Quill.
KamenSentai, not Senpai.
Ramen Senpai, got it.
Ooh, I
Ramen
actually kind of like
Senpai.
that's a cool name. If
That is
only
a
I
cool
could.
name.
If I was a good. Too bad I
Oh,
can't.
there's actually a ramen place like a mile from here. I know where I'm going for dinner.
This is a good name for a ramen shop. Ramen Senpai. We're all gonna have
I'm
stock.
trademarking it right now.
This
We're all
instant.
gonna have equal ownership, and we're gonna name all our dishes after Suda games. The Kill the Past Beef Bowl,
Oh God.
Flower, Sun, and Pain,
Yeah, it kind of does represent the game.
25th Bowl.
Stop it.
And on that note, this has been episode 5.
Killer 7 Spices.
7 Spices. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time for maybe the conclusion of FSR.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
I think we can do. I think 3 parts is good enough.
I think we can do it. I think we can do it in 3.
Yeah.
God, is Killer 7 going to take 7 parts?
Ooh. No,
Good Lord.
no. Every episode is just 7 minutes.
Yes. We'll do each chapter of Killer 7 in 7 minutes. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
See you, everyone.
Peace.